Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to solve this problem where given two strings s and t, determine if they are both one edit distance apart. And the operations that are allowed to do this test is insert one character, delete one character, and replace one character from s to reach t. Okay, so let's see some examples where, for example, there are two words, interview and interview. They're exactly same length. So there is nothing we have to do. There is no edit required. That's why the method should return false. Now let's see these two words. First word is interview, second word is interviews. Okay, clearly one character is extra here. That's why we have to insert one character at the end, or you can say I have to add one character at the end of the first word. That's why this is true. Actually, one edit distance, right? The easiest use case is if the length of these two strings, right, the difference between these two strings is more than one, clearly they are not one edit distance apart. Okay, that should be one of your first check. Okay, so to solve this problem, actually we should consider only two categories of strings. One category is where two strings lengths are same. Another category is if the length difference between them is 1. Or when we try to approach this problem, the first use case that comes to my mind is we can actually get rid of all the strings whose length difference is more than 1, right? And after considering this, after removing all the strings whose length difference is more than 1, we are left with two category of strings. In one category, I see that they have same length, right? And in another category, they have length difference. Okay, there is, like, when I say length difference, only one character is extra actually. Okay, because we have already got rid of all the strings which has length difference more than 1. Okay, so when I'm going to consider the two strings whose lengths are same, then I see that this is one scenario where each and every character of these two strings are same. In that case, we will return false. Another category is we need to replace one character to reach another string. For example, here you see this interview. Let's say it starts with E. That's why we just replace this E with I and we reach this interview. This is also a one edit distance scenario. That's why we return true. Now let's talk about these two cases. Here you see clearly the length of these two strings are different, one character extra. So here I have to insert S at the end to reach interviews, and here I have to delete I to reach interview. You see? Okay, so there are only two cases actually, right? One is same length use case, another is different length use case, right? Let's take little deeper dive into this category. Okay, so let's see this interview. Okay, so here clearly I is the extra character. We want to get rid of that to reach interview. So what I can do, very simple while loop or a for loop I can use. I can start matching each character from start till I reach a character which is not matching anymore, right, with the second string, right? So only one character I have to skip here. Let's say I started with a longer string, right? Then what I can do, I can just move my pointer to the next character, and from here I'll continue matching the characters from the second string, right? And once I reach to the end for the first string as well as the second string, I'm done. Okay, this is my assumption. Okay, so I'll start with a longer string always. Okay, So I'll start with a longer string and compare with the shorter string. Okay, that's my assumption. Okay, if I would have started from the shorter string to the longer string, then also the same scenario will occur, and I'll stop here. But because it's a shorter string, so what will I do? I have to actually increase the pointer of the longer string. So whatever procedure you can follow, but I will say that stick to one approach. Let's start with the longer string. Okay, when we write the code, we'll consider the longer string to start our loop and continue from there. Okay, I hope that you guys are able to understand, but I think it will be more clear if I write the code. So now let's go ahead and write the code for this one. I'll just remove this. Okay, so now we have to return boolean, so I'll say bool is one edit distance. I have a string source, I have a string target. Okay, fine. Now, as I told you, the first use case is to eliminate the string pairs whose length difference are more than one. So I can say if the difference of length, right? So s dot length minus t dot length. Okay, because you never know, s will be longer or t will be longer, so we'll use a method.abs method. Okay, absolute value of this difference is greater than 1, then we can return false. Okay, you also, there is another scenario also. You can say like s is null or empty, t is null or empty. I'm not going to process this particular kind of method, but yeah, I mean it's good to talk about these use cases. Okay, I'm not writing it here I'm not writing it here, but you can mention that. Okay, now as I told you, I should have actually kept that example, but let's write this example again. Okay, I should not have deleted that. I'll keep it here and I'll make it little heading 2, and yeah, this will be better for our coding. Cool. Now what will I do? As I said, I'll start 2 pointers. Okay, but right now I'll start only 1 pointer. Actually I can start with 2 pointers also, that's not a issue, but we can actually solve this problem. The first part of the problem can be solved only with 1 pointer. So for int I equal to 0, I less than, we have to find the longer string, and we should process the longer string in our logic. So what I'll do, I'll find the longer string first. So I'll write a if block here, s dot length is greater than t dot length. Okay, then I want to say that s is the longer string. So I'll create, actually one is longer string, another is shorter string. Okay, and I'll assign it to, assumption is, let's say I'll assume that s is the longer string and t is the shorter one, and if it is not, s is smaller than the t, then I can say my longer string is t. Okay, my longer string is t and my shorter string is s. Okay, now I will start with the longer one. As I told you already, I will not use the s and t anymore. This is, keep this in mind. I'll say longer dot length. Okay, I plus plus. What am I going to do here? I'm going to check each and every character starting from I till I find a no match, like I don't find a match between these two strings. Okay, I can do this if longer dot char at I equal to sorter dot char at I. Okay, then continue increasing the pointer, right? Okay, int I equal to 0 outside this for loop. It exactly look like while loop now, so I'll change it to while loop. Okay, I should have actually started with a while loop. That's okay. Now I'll just, let's make it little clear, and I plus plus. Okay, so yeah, I can just move this I pointer to point to this, and I'll continue the same exact operation, and I can find if they are one edit distance apart. Okay, so let's I'll just move this guy from here. Okay, for now. Okay, if you remember, I have also spoken about another use case where the length of the strings are same, and for that scenario also we could have faced this issue, right? So here I can write, actually I have a condition here to check. Okay, if the longer length equal to the shorter length, so there is actually I have only two cases to handle here. Okay, so this is one case. So at this point I have two strings whose lengths are same and one character is not matching with another one, or another case is I have two strings and the lengths are different, which is exactly what we are working on right now. So if you see this, both of the strings are of same length, right? Then let's say interview, and let's say here I'll say another, this could be another word, right? So I could have actually just replaced the I with E and I'm done. So in that case, what will we do? We will actually increase the pointer I plus plus, as well as if I am considering another pointer, let's say int j, and I will point this j with I, or I could have started the int j equal to 0 also, and I could have increased the j pointer also here. Same thing, no difference. Okay, here what I can do, if both strings are same, then j plus plus and I plus plus. So I would have moved my j pointer to this position and I pointer to this position, and from here I'll continue looking at matching them. Okay, so if they both are same, this is the scenario. If not, they have different lengths, right? And in that case, just remove the E. In that case, I'll just increase the pointer of the longer string, which is I, right? So I'll write I plus plus. Okay, fine. After this case, what is left? We just have to do very similar check like this. That's it. I should have actually written a sorter dot length. Yeah, so this should be sorter dot length, because it will actually throw a index out of bound if we'll do this check here, right? We are going to do exactly same check. Okay, so I'll say, so if character at I not equal to character at j, will return false, but we also have to increase the pointers. So I'll write I plus plus and j plus plus. Okay, and finally I'll return if the two pointers are pointing to the end of the strings. Okay, and if they are pointing to the end of the strings, then we are done. So I'll do that. if I return I equal to longer dot length and j equal to shorter dot length. Okay, let me just copy this code and test it. Okay, and I plus plus j plus plus longer dot length and j shorter dot length, and now submit. Cool, so it is accepted and it worked. Okay, and what is the time complexity, guys? We are actually doing everything in one pass, so O of n. Yeah, we can get rid of this string longer and shorter. Not a big deal. I think this should still be considered as a acceptable solution. But yeah, if you want to get rid of this longer shorter, maybe you can take this as a homework for you. Okay, yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching and see you next time.